These are the reasons I wanted you to become your authentic self. And it's the reason that my work now is directing all of my clients to that place of becoming your authentic self. And the very first reason is when you don't do that, your life really sucks. That's just what happens. You have all sorts of difficulties in your life. You'll experience them in every single area, in your relationships, in your love life, in your work, your career, your finances, all of those things, because you are not willing to become your authentic self. See, because we were all born with what we needed to really manifest a great life. But the difficulty that we have is we have different paths that we're meant to follow. And that path is individual, it's unique, it's yours. And if you start judging it, then you can't become the person you were meant to become. And I'm saying that because I truly believe that every single person was given a God-given ability that they're meant to bring to the world. There would be no other reason for them to be born. But what happens is we start looking at other folks, we start judging ourselves compared to others, and then we can't find our uniqueness. And that uniqueness is our authentic self. I pulled out a message last night, and I'll put it in this broadcast I'm sending. It was a message from 1989. I was performing at that time. I performed quite a bit throughout the, starting in the early 80s, I was performing quite a bit. And I just wanted to get it right. I wanted to know how I was being perceived, if I was really, coming off well to my audience. And so I went into meditation and asked Wilhelm. And I got very clear directions, because it's all mindset, you see. Everything is mindset. Everything that I channeled, everything that I downloaded over the 34 years that I've done this has been about changing my mind. That's what my work does. No work that you're going to do ever in your life is going to give you anything else, because it's up to you. You just have to find the right way of going about that. Now, fortunately, the messages that I received were always really comforting, were informative, gave me all this direction. That's what happened. But I judged myself, you see, because I did it intuitively. I couldn't tell people that I had done this because I was going to be judged, or I was going to be criticized, or the best one was I didn't think people would believe me. That was it. They're not going to believe I did this. And that's why I put the message down. I have many of them. I have tons of them. I have years, decades actually, of things that I've never even published. But it's all the information that I know that could cause someone to live an extraordinary life, because it's just mental. All we have to do is just have a method, a way of working through whatever limitations and restrictions we've placed on ourselves. And it never matters where you are in your life. We're always evolving as we're living. There's always another level. And I can say that, when I was 26 years old, I was coaching a millionaire. And I'm thinking, what are you doing? There was something more he wanted to do, and he knew that intuitively I could maybe give him some answers. That's what would go on. I would always be called out because of my intuition, and people would know I would have something to offer them. But then I also judged it, because nobody else in my family was doing that. My friends weren't doing that. And then when I started talking about this later in my life, and it's like some spiritual idea, oh no, I don't want to talk about that, because people will place judgment on it. That's what we all do to ourselves and then to other people. But I'm not doing that anymore, because I know what's happened. I've seen the results of the work that has come out of this, which I'm thrilled with. There are a few people that are just they're exceeding any expectation I could have had about what this program might do. But I'm saying this because we're going to be moving through another period in our world. Part of it's going to happen today, and we'll see it. A little bit more disruption, a little more chaos, because we're trying to create a new world. You see, that's what's going on. That's why everything has to be broken down, revealed, and then rebuilt. And that's what we're doing. But we're rebuilding it through you. Each person, every person alive is contributing to the formation of our world. We know that now because we've studied enough science to figure out that's what's happening. But for you, what it means is that when you decide to become yourself, you're putting in light and energy, and you another light and love into the world, and then you're uplifting yourself and the planet. That's what happens. And that is being prosperous as well, allowing yourself to receive money. That's what it is, all of abundance. Whatever it is that you want, that should be there. but we don't allow that flow because everything is energy, and that won't come to you if you're not being your authentic self. And I've discovered that, and I know it, and this is why I'm so passionate about this work. I don't want anybody to go through what I did, because I could have stayed quiet forever, which would have been comfortable because my hermit stage was always there. But I knew I couldn't do that because our world is going to be changing and it's going to be disruptive. That's why my program was built to build up who we are individually so that we collectively create a better world. We're supposed to thrive. We're supposed to be happy and joyous. And we only do that when we become willing to work through all of our held limitations and beliefs about ourselves. That's all that it is. That's all you're doing in any kind of program that you're going to take. That's why I changed mine to the last development program. But you can check it out for yourself. But I just had to tell you, do not judge who you are. Do not judge how things come to you, what you feel you are meant to do. That's your intuition. You're being spoken to. And that's what I had. But who you are is worthy and valuable and needed to be in the world. Otherwise, you would not have been born. We just come to understand that and figure it out. And that's what my program helps you to accomplish.